But defenses aren't just reactive. They have their own ideas as well. These ideas didn't get implemented very well. 3 plays and a touchdown already scored against them.
Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 27. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game. And that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing in the line of scrimmage. On
3rd down, Trubisky. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. A Chicago 1st down, the former Jag Allen Robinson on the catch from Trubisky.
Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
Oh, Cohen lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. 20! And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Trey Burton, 49 yards. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. The extra point up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told, as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Atlanta now coming out on the field.
And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And not a whole lot to speak of there, as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up, because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Julio Jones all alone. Past the 20. Touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones, 81 yards. And the Falcons have taken the lead.
Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one.
Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the...
And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Mike Davis, 72 yards. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. The point after is good. Pretty entertaining start. 14 all to score on EA Sports. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Hey, I can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Ryan. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Khalil Mack. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. 3rd and long. It's Ryan. He's airing it out for Sanu. And got his man complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. How about a 39-yard pickup? They'll take it.
First down. Let's go now. Come on. Double time. 3 down, 3 down.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the 2nd quarter.
And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 7 yards there and a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Me and you all day. All day. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
It's just me and you.
A reminder coming up here at halftime. We'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first half highlights and analysis from a back-and-forth first half that we've seen. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Falcons. Calvin Ridley, 30 yards. And the Falcons have broken our tie. Tuvecchio to add the PAT. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Now they've completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. Two nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Tack McKinley made his way into the backfield.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get...
And he's got his man. That's Robinson. Touchdown Bears. Allen Robinson. 38 yards. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. The extra point up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Come get some. Come on, come get some.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. 15 yards on the play, first down.
Here we go.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Falcons going to use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Fourth down, and the Falcons will bring on Giorgio Tavecchio to try the field goal. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. Tavecchio puts this one through, and that will break our tie and give them a 3-point lead. Now, the drive ends in just 3, but they'll take it. Looks like they'll head to the locker room, barring something unfortunate in front on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they may not be jumping up and down and celebrating because they have the lead, but still, any little momentum in a game like this is important to a team, and they'll feel real good about going in and regrouping, knowing that they are out in front.
13 seconds, the time remaining in the half as they come up on first down. From the gun, it's Trubisky. Dancing, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. In for the sack, Deion Jones. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 24. This is Gabriel out on the left side. And he takes this thing way down into Atlanta territory. A huge play there on the screen pass. 66 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And
he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Bears have retaken the lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Let's go. Do it.
At their own 20-yard line.
You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
Not much happening there on 1st down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
At the 23-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Ryan. And finding the tight end Hooper. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time, because let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
They get 9 yards back on the run there, and they're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. On 1st down, Trubisky escaping the pressure right. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
And he's going to go down again. Takk McKinley able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Mike 55, Mike 55.
In your face.
Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their own 16. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 15.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Check. Hey, Tuesday.
This time Ryan will throw. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Khalil Mack picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way, and what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time.
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Mitchell Trubisky. And the Bears will add on to their lead. Extra point up and through. And that pushes the lead up to 11. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Now after the loss, they come up 2nd and 11 from the 19-yard line. And some space here. And he takes this thing way down into Chicago territory. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward, and now a small step back as he loses a yard or 2. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. From 17 yards out, and the Falcons draw a bit closer. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Bears take over 1st and 10.
They begin with a run by Davis. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Looky here, Trubisky wants to throw it. Looking deep for Gabriel. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by DeMonte Casey. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Hey, bye-bye. Go.
Now this time he'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Khalil Mack in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Now Ryan. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And a crusher there as it's intercepted. And it's Clinton Dix with a pick.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to come up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw, and it'll wind up being intercepted.
The win for the Bears just around the corner. They go down to a knee.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the Falcons' 28-yard line.
Get ready.
So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did. But they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
That'll do it. Gone. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter @EA.
Somebody drop that PSN if they want to play.
I want to hear that, man. Come on, talk to you. Take a video of it. All right. I'm give you my phone number, send the video to me, girl. I was in a, let me tell you how I know that baby behind it.
Man, somebody drop the PSN name so I can play him. I'm looking for Mickey. Man, you too sorry, man. Well, you sound like a good loser. He sound like a good loser. Mickey ass. I'm live on Facebook right now and people waiting for a game. I'm live on Facebook. I got my post shared on all the on the Madden groups. What you gonna do, Mickey? Hey, Facebook, look at this name. His name Mickey 1888. He sound like he's scared to play me, so we're gonna just move on to another party. It's on Willie Beeman. It's on Willie Beeman page. You talking about Mutt? That shit don't mean nothing. That shit don't mean nothing, nigga. All you gotta do is keep playing games every day. You ass. I could stomp your ass right now. That top rank shit don't mean nothing. He think that shit means something. Like niggas in it. He had like niggas. Man, he know he's sorry, man. Ain't no need to talk to me, man. I don't know about that, bro. Man, 20, I'm the GOAT. Man, about this party full of bums, man. Ain't nobody playing no game. Done ran my fans off. Why they scared like that? I beat the son. I beat the son in the daddy. Hey, I'll beat the son and the daddy and the little baby boy. Hold on, let me post mine. You 50% though.
You ain't nowhere up in there, man.
He showed him playing 160 games, bro. Wow. You 50%. You 50% though, bro. You 50% though. You gotta keep playing the games though, bro. You gotta keep playing the game, bro. You doing that for free. You ain't making no money. You ain't making no money being ranked. You trash, yo. You and your son play on the same page, so both of y'all play the game, bro. No, he don't. He got the same Mickey shit. Both of y'all be playing on the same page. When you at work, he playing online. I think your son better than you and Madden. I bet on your son. I don't want to play you, bro. It's Wildcat, but your son better than you and Madden though. I know that. No, he not. Tell him get online. I got the Facebook pump. They still watching this. There goes the little son. He want to play. The little son know about Wildcat. I want to play. I want to play Lil Mickey. I want to play Lil Mickey. I'm about to send him an invite. I'll send the invite. I'll send the invite now.
I waste my time. Hey, look, I waste my time playing them and beating them, and then I done wasted my time when I could play this rank game. You know what I mean?
I don't know what you mean. You sound like a chicken to me.
Yeah, play this game with us. Slow that forward.